Good morning and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. My name's David Steele and this isn't my truck yet, but this will be. So what you're looking at, or at least what you should be looking at, is truck paper showing on the right hand side of my of display. And on the left hand side and underneath truck paper website is American Truck Simulator, which is running in the background.
Thunder, like you've seen it a million times.
I was browsing through truck paper, as you do, and I came across this truck which I'd kind of like to try and build in ATS. So, how hard can it be? Well, it could be pretty difficult, but we're going to give it a go. Truck paper shows a bit of information about the machine. We know the engine, it's an M11. We know the gearbox, it's described as an International PS 149A. That's either a Tremec or a Spicer. I've got a bit of information about the Tremec. It's a direct drive. It's either rated to handle 140,000 pounds or can handle 1,400 foot-pounds of torque, or maybe both. We know it's a 9-speed, blah blah blah. So 22.5-inch rims. They look like they're white steel. I think I think the mod I've got will support those. What else can we tell? I can't do anything about the mileage. I have to buy this as a new truck, unfortunately. And that's it. Well, we've got a bit of information about the wheelbase. We know it's a raised roof, and it says it's white. It kind of looks grey white to me. I guess it's white. Maybe slightly blue. Anyway, either way. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the game. I'm going to have to zip to and from the game and truck paper. And ATS doesn't really play the kindest with Windows these days. And I really don't feel like trying to run the game in windowed mode. That's not something I really want to do. So, let's jump into the game. I've traveled to Waco. And I've jumped into the international dealer there. Let's go ahead and customize this. So, customize. Well, I'm going to go ahead and not necessarily change things in the order that that they're showing, but I'm going to. Oh, look at that! That's very interesting. Yeah, the white, or perfect white as it's known, really is that sort of grey, bluey white color. Okay, I'm going to match the colors first. Got a black grille and body colored front bumper. So when I'm building a truck that's generally not from something that I've seen online, I'll build it in the order I feel like it. But in this case, I really do want to build it from the image. It looks like I can't change that front bumper color, the grille color. Okay, not the end of the world. Silver, black, it'll be okay. Let's look at the wheels next. So they're a 22.5 and they're a white color. Oh, kind of like. Not quite like that, no. Oh, I did see a 5-hole here somewhere. Sure I did. That's not quite the right size, but so I think that's a little small. We have a 5-hole. Am I not seeing it? Let's just do 22.5. There we go. Look at that. Okay. That's what I'm looking for, and I think that the rears are the same. So, game. Yeah, so that's described as an Accurai 2916922. Yeah, okay. I think it's 5-hole, and it looks like it's going to be that. I think. Yep, we'll go with that. So, okay. And it's got white, I guess lug nuts or wheel nuts. I think, yeah, they look white. And a black center hubcap. Better view here. Not really. Okay. as white as it can be, black as it can be, as dark. Standard, yeah. Short of painting it black, which might work, but I think they already look black. So yeah, we'll stick with the standard. Okay. Right. I mean, gotta say, so far it's looking close. We do have the mirror, and change my camera angle a little bit. See, right now my mouse is just not really cooperating. There we go. That's not really the same kind of mirror, but it's gonna have to do. I guess it's close enough. Oh, rear fenders. Okay. I was hoping we could change the color of the grille, but we really can't, sadly. It's close enough. Side, that's pretty much the same view we've got there. I'm not going to worry too much. There's nothing else. I don't think I can change things such as the handrails. No, I'm not really able to do that. So I don't need to be fair. Looking at this, there is a chrome handle on the side panel of the real deal. I don't have that in the game, but that's all right. Yeah, okay. The side, not much else to see. I don't think there's any. Actually, yes, there is, because let's check that's close. What an odd-looking shape, and yet I actually like the shape. I like it a lot. Very practical, good aerodynamics, and what's not to like? Okay, so I do see one difference. The real deal doesn't have the rubber moldings on the side. Here, cabin deflectors, we don't have that rubber strip on the edge. I don't know that we have the option to take those off. No, so I'm gonna have to keep the rubbers on, unless we can access something here, maybe exhaust, cabin deflect. No, okay. Well, we can't change that. That's all right. It's not going to be perfect, but if it's close enough. Different tires on the rear. In fact, the right axle's got a different branded tires, or different type, it looks like. So the exhaust kind of bends around to the side. I don't think we're able to really mimic that. Don't think we can do much with the exhaust at all. Double or single, and that's it. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that then. I'm not going to mismatch the tires, as tempting as it is. But we don't have the logos on the back of the... Okay, I can't change that. Alright. I sadly can't change the international logo. I can't remove it. But I mean, looking at the details here of the model, it's impressive the amount of accuracy that this has. Look at the air hoses and the air canister. I think it's an air canister next to the sort of gap hole, the right to the left of it. That is nifty, and it's wonderful to see so much detail put into the model. I don't have the HVAC unit on the back of the game. I don't think I'm able to do that. No. But I don't expect to have everything. In fact, this is way more than I thought I would have. Let's see, what's the next view here? Not much else to really add here. Again, you've got the HVAC unit and the antenna at the top left. Not got either of those. Okay. Yeah, see the mismatched rear tire on the closest axle to us. Okay, fair enough. This looks like a good, honest, used truck, and I think tracteurs, that's what I'm looking for. Right, interior. So let's zip back here to the interior. Do I have any choices in the interior? No, standard. Okay. What we've got doesn't look like there's really anything we need to do, or we could do. Blindy windows, black plastic door opener, and a aluminium handle. It looks like a bit of a crude handle there. Don't know that we can change that, but let's see. I don't think we can. Okay. Again, I'm not worried too much about that. It's I guess that the plastic handle fell off, so it just got replaced. In terms of the steering wheel, I think it's the same. Don't think we can change that much here. No. Look at that. Look how nicely matched the mod is to the real deal. Yeah, that's a really nice comparison. That I like that. Okay, we don't have. I can't change the odometer, and that's actually not showing in the model, but not too bothered about that. Oh, interesting. The tachometer in the real deal goes up to 3,500 RPM, and ours only goes up to 3,000 RPM. Am I ever going to use more than 2,100 RPM? No. At least I shouldn't. To see there, not much to see there. I guess he had an aftermarket gauge installed at some point. Whole bunch of switches and a CD player. That's pretty nifty, a CD player these days, and it looks like we have a CD player as well. And again, my mouse has decided it doesn't like the game. There we go. Really slightly different heater unit, but okay. Couple of switches are different, it looks like, or missing in the real deal as opposed to the mod truck, but hey. This is an international branded box, and we have an Eaton Fuller. I'm going to use a 9-speed there. We'll come to that in just a second, and I can't add the fan, unfortunately. That's a good view of the interior, though. That's a neat view, and it just shows the whole flat floor arrangement and how nice it is to go and get in the back. There's no CB radio, it looks like, and there's a couple of lights up on top, and again, as the mouse decided it doesn't want to play. Always takes the second time. There are my two lights looking back up at the ceiling. Yeah, great. We had a fan here, I want. Oh, hello. There you go. I can add the fan. Okay, great. That is nifty, as I'll get out, to quote my good lady. Okay, so bunks. There's the rather basic, but hey, if it keeps you cool, it works. AC system added up the top there. It's kind of ingenious that you could do that. We don't have the suspiciously marked mattress. Controls for the heat in the back, fantastic. Vent on the side, great. Not so much I think we can really do here with this. No, I can't really add anything to it. I'm good with that. We can look at something on the floor. Put some magazines if we want to. I'm not going to worry about that though. Not too worried about the interior, because when I'm facing forward I don't really see it. That is cool. Have an inverter installed with 4 power sockets. Star AC unit, you can get finance. Don't know what that is. It's an oily bit at the back. That's a box differential or something. More oily bits. Yeah, that's cool. 295/75 R22s. That might be useful when we come to look at the tire. So let's see if we can do that next, actually. So, can we do 295/75s? We can. Look at that. I can't get Continental, but can. Come on, thank you. Hey, it's what it's got. That's what I'm gonna go with. Assuming that they're all like that. Yep. And they actually look even similar, apart from this one here on the left. That's kind of weird. Okay. That takes us full circle. So we've got a good match on the color. We've managed to match the tire size. I think even that looks okay. No issues there. Anything else we want to polish up on? Do we want to add anything? Do we want to add any extra lights sort of thing? I don't think so. I think we've pretty much got that what we want. Tell a lie, I do want to add, do I need OBD onboard computer? I don't really think so, but I'm going to include it because it's going to show the gear I'm in, and that's going to be useful. And we'll throw on a nav unit. I guess we'll just put that in the corner there so we don't get lost, in theory. Anything else we need to do? No, I think that we're good. Okay. Right. The mechanics, the mechanical specifications. So we have an M11 of undetermined power in a gearbox that I'm going to assume is rated to 1400 foot-pounds of torque, and it's a 9-speed. I think it gives the final drive as 281. Thinking that incorrectly? No, maybe I am. Okay, we don't know the final drive, I don't think. Okay. I am going to go back into my gearbox. No, actually, no, let's look at my engines first. So, we want an M11. What are we going to go with? See, if I go with a 9-speed, a direct drive 9-speed, there's an 1150 foot-pound of torque maximum. Wait, what am I talking about? It's 1400 foot-pounds. Okay. So I think it's going to be a 335. I think that would be fair enough. So let's do with a 335. Yes, because it's probably a direct drive. And as a proxy for that, we're going to assume that the 11609 is close enough in spec to the either the Spicer or the Tremec box. And I think a 285. That gives me about 1300 revs at 55, which I think will tie in fairly well with that engine. We could possibly go a little shorter. Can always go a little shorter. Not a short joke. I think, I guess that feels about right. Well, let me just put some numbers into my wonderful, masterful spreadsheet. 335 horsepower. What's that? 1350 foot-pounds of torque. Yep. It's a direct drive E9. 22.5. Yeah, we're looking at 1300 revs at 55, and that's assuming that the tire change doesn't make a difference. I'll stick with the 285 right now. I'm not going to change that. Right, well, I think we're there. Oh, 6x2 or 6x4. I think I saw 6x4. Let's check. See it. Number of beds. No. Number of rear axles. Tandem. I guess that means both. So, yeah, it's a 6x4. Okay. Right. So, oops. So, there we have truck. $89,826, which is pretty cheap, things considered. So, let's go ahead and buy it. Let's do this. I guess we'll buy that. Drive, yes we do. Where do we want to go? Well, Waco would have been good, but I guess we can't do Waco. So I guess we'll have them deliver it to, I don't know, Lufkin. And so the old garage went to Lufkin. The new one, I guess we're in it already. Let's take a look. Wow, that was quick. Well, here we are. Here is the new beast. I'm gonna go ahead and parking brake on like so. That was very loud. Let's start the engine, make sure it runs. Didn't doubt it. I think what I want to do is just check it outside. Yep, there we go. It looks a little weird with those wheels. It looks a little tall. I'm sure it's fine. The license plate on there is not my license plate, but I'm okay with that. And yeah, okay. Very old looking machine. Let's customize my seat and my mirrors. I think I'll tilt my face up a little bit more. Sit a little further back, like so, and let's adjust the mirrors. These are probably close enough. The left convex will just, I like to see a bit more of the ground behind me here. So we'll do the two on the left, same on the right. Maybe I want to sit a little taller. Now this, I guess hood right is the front mirror. Yeah, it is. I've never used this. I think because I just don't understand how I'm supposed to use it. So we'll go with that and hope for the best. Let's make myself sit taller. Yeah, I'm kind of dragging my knuckles on the ground here. I think, yeah, that's that. Fuel is currently hidden by the steering wheel. It's the right-hand side at the bottom. Can we move the wheel? Yes, we can. Beautiful. Okay. Pull that wheel out of the way. That's probably not quite what we want. Can we make that a bit larger? Yep, we can. So we'll do that. We can see the needle. It's fine. Okay. You know what? Actually, I want to change that. Can't see the top of the speedometer very easily. Okay. Guess that's a little better. If I sit a little closer, is that better still? Okay, it's gonna do. I mean, we can see 45 and 55 with the needle. It'll be fine. Let's see how well it moves off. Oh, handbrake's on. My bad. Right, that works for me. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to book a job and we'll take it on our first run. So I'll go ahead and pause the recording. I'll find a job. I'll be back soon. And as if by magic, here we are. Right, we have travelled to the southeast corner of Waco, and hopefully we're in time to get a job here. A frac tank, yes we are, to Victoria. 24 minutes left, so I only just gave myself enough time. Let's just see what options do we have. We can make it a different colour. Okay. You know, let's go with yellow, seeing as yellow is the fastest colour. Okay, let me see. So 82.20 pounds. Yeah, not much to really say here. I'm going to go ahead and grab the job, and we'll talk a little bit about the drive here and how well that worked. Okay, let's go and do that. I'm going to use the transmission in automated, at least to start off with. And yeah, so how did my International 9800 shape out? Well, the answer is, I think the gearing is ever so slightly shorter than stock, and it did look like the wheels were a little bit smaller. So that's completely as expected. I think I've got advanced trailer coupling turned off, so we don't have to get it spot on. We can just we can be British about it, which means yeah, it's close enough. We'll just bodge it. We'll see if we can get it lined up. I guess, well, let's try it. There you go. Interesting though, I don't see a wheel. Oh, that's the reason why. Right, so yeah, we've got ourselves a trailer. Let's turn that annoying reversing beeper off. Quick look at the thing side on. Yeah, it's an odd shape. But I was watching an international video about this, and this was way back in, I think, the 80s, might be the 90s. And they're talking about how the set back axle cab over design is aerodynamically more efficient than the set forward cab over engine design, which itself is more efficient compared with a conventional truck. And the aerodynamics, I know that this thing looks a bit like a brick, but they are better than you might suppose. So one of the ideas I'm floating around in my head is, what if I were to modify the engine definitions for the cab overs to enhance their efficiency? Probably merits a separate video showing off the results of what I found, but for the time being, yes, it's a weird looking truck. I like it. It's tiny, its wheelbase is very, very small, it's very maneuverable. In an earlier video I said they weren't that maneuverable. Actually, they really are. Well, let's jump back in the cabin. I'm going to go ahead and shut the windows. Let's make like a tree and get on out of here. So it's a fairly short trip today. Let me see, how many miles is it? 215 is not that short, to be fair. I guess it's a short trip in the context of Texas. But my intention is not to make this a particularly long video on the drive. We'll head out. We'll play around with how well the truck performs, gets up to speed, and hopefully we don't damage anything going over this cattle grid at a weird angle. Oh, okay. Right through the bodywork there. It's always a good camera angle when it does that. Yeah, I'm certainly happy with how well it looks. And at the very end of the video, I'll do a comparison of the sort of the real deal and the machine that we've got here. It was a really nice experience. I could even add the interior fan. It's not functional, but I could add it. That's nice to see. The time of day, lunchtime it looks like. It's like 12:18, I think I see there. So what that means is that we won't have to worry about it getting dark on me, probably. So it is five hours away. Up to Victoria, so we've got to go through Austin. That could be fun if it gets busy. We'll find out. Pretty bright wheels. I might turn them down a little bit, but I'm not unhappy with the fact that it's got big bright white wheels. I think that's kind of fitting. I guess the term "she scrubs up well" might be what I mean to say here, but I'm assuming the truck is a girl. I haven't looked under the I don't know what you call it. I haven't looked. Let's just leave it at that. Check my instruments. So we got everything up to temperature. Yes, we have. Yeah, that's good. Transmission oil level okay. All right. Thanks, computer. Yes, Doug. We will be turning left. Oh, this is a nice little junction. Intersection, sorry. Okay, well, it's gonna... I can kind of see in the little mirror there, but not a great amount. Oh, I think... Wow, we're not okay. I said I think that we're okay, but we're really not. Let's just go for it. Yeah, let's go for it. I'm sure we'll be fine. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, there's nothing around us. Okay, that was a lucky call, but I didn't really know that was the case. But hey, it's worked out good. Right, well, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording of the video for a little bit. Let me get onto the highway. That's a bit of a trek, I think, and we'll see how well this bad boy performs. Yeah, I'll be right back. And I'm back. And it turns out that I was completely wrong about the route that we need to take, because we were that far east of Waco, we didn't need to go through Austin. Let me show you what I mean. So here's the route. We took the 7 to the 77, we turned south, and we're still on the 77. We didn't use 35 at all, and 35 was what I expected we would use, but no, we really didn't need to. So I guess we cut a big amount of distance off there. It's a good job that I don't have to navigate myself to Victoria that often, because I would have assumedly gone Austin and then cut the corner somewhere between 35 and 10. All that to say, yeah, so far so good. Let's jump back into the cabin and keep driving. We're in a 70 mile an hour limited area right now. This semi in front of us was taking its time, so I set the cruise at 55. I'm gonna crank it up to maybe 65, like so. We've got not a particularly heavy cargo. It's 8,000 pounds, and there is no trailer because it is the trailer. And so, yeah, it's a very light cargo. Acceleration is fantastic. But if I push it up to 70, we've only got 335 horsepower here, and it's okay. Now it's going up a hill, but generally speaking, yeah, it's doing really well. Let's notch it back down to 65. A little better than the game. The game is suffering a bit. I'm using the same settings I had for 1.5 with 1.51. I think I'm going to have to tone them down a little bit somewhere. Not entirely sure where. And that's not subject of today's video. Back on my engine brake. Engine brake, of course, works amazing when there's almost no weight behind. This is good. Yeah, it's we're getting pretty certain that we're getting CPU bottleneck here, but for the truck itself, it's performing great. I have no issues with how well the beastie is running, and I like the fact that we took a truck we found on truck paper and we got as close as we could in the game with a few assumptions, and here we are. Yeah, I'm glad we could see it from the front there. So really, what's not to like? Will it let me? No, it won't quite do 45 in top gear. Gee, janking really bad now. Well, it's not the end of the world if we get a bit of jank in the game, but I had more or less got 1.50 sorted out. And then, yep, then 1.51 is like, nah, we need to work it harder. Okay. But yeah, I am very happy with how well this truck looks, how well it came out, and how well it drives. We made an assumption with the final drive here, and we are simulating the Tremec 9-speed, or as close as we can. But I think that we've done great. So I think this is a good place to end today's video on. I don't necessarily need to drive the thing the whole way to Victoria, or at least have everyone along for the ride, because I think we've seen what I wanted to show off here. I'll get my lights on, I think. So yeah, here we have a truck that we found on truck paper, and we built in the game as close as we could. The link to the truck is down below. I think it's Smarty's wheel and tire pack, I believe, and I will put a link to that, if not already, down below too. But most of all, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope you got something from it, and it's my first time trying a build and drive. If you like it, let me know. If you didn't like it, let me know, and ideally let me know what you didn't like. If you've got some ideas, again, let me know. I mean, the worst I'm going to do is laugh and say no. At least I would hope I wouldn't do either of those, but hey, you never know. Anyway, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I am still a fan of these cab overs. I feel like I've been driving cab overs for months now, and I'm not bored of them yet. Turn in here, or try and use the inside lane as opposed to just both lanes. Great, well, thanks so much for hanging out. Like I say, I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy, everyone. Goodbye.